Hey guys, this is Shules Hersh here in what is this cafe? This is Holy Ground. I'm in the Holy Ground Cafe or coffee shop at New Life City Church in Belfast. I'm just so honored. Spent the last few days here, the first few days that I arrived in Belfast, just riding around with Pastor Jack and Kathleen, just learning about the places, the sites. If you've read The Cross and the Gun or Pastor Jack's latest book, What Does It Take? You know, a lot of these places you kind of build a city in your head, I guess, if you haven't been here, to populate with the characters in these books. But I've been going and seeing these places and the memorials to the tragedies that have taken place, and we tell you that in 13 years now of itinerant and pastoral ministry, for me this is an absolute high point. There's just something so unique and so special about what's taking place here in Belfast, and especially at this church at this time. I can't tell you how honored I feel to get to be a part of it for this little stretch of time here. I'm always going to look back on this week as the moment where I just got to be a little piece of something that is going to go down in history as one of the great works for God. And I'm really so thankful that Dr. Willis and Pastor Jack and Pastor Waller and the other side of the channel were able to put this together and willing to do that. And last night we had Fireland. Let me tell you something, if you've never been to that and you are in this city, you're really missing out. The move of God was so thick, you were afraid to move at times. Healing was in the room, and this happens on the regular. 24-hour prayer in the upstairs room. It's kind of funny to come in as the guest speaker and be aware that you're really not the special event, because there really can't be a special event. Everything here is a special event. It is a really unique thing that's going on here. You need to get by. If this is your area and you don't have a home church, for crying out loud, I don't know why you're not here already. You need to get by and see what God can do in your life. And this is not a church that requires that you be here. They're out in the community all the time, at any risk, I might add. And so it's not that you're being demanded. It's that the invitation is open. I've never seen anything quite like what's happening here, but it definitely reminds me of Teen Challenge and all that stuff. What that would have looked like if Dave Wilkerson had landed in Belfast in this time period. It's so special. And to have gotten to spend the last couple of days, and we've still got a night to go tomorrow night. Nothing like it. I hope you get to come by and just pick up a piece of what's being laid down here. Thank you so much for having me and reading through Pastor Jack's book here, What Does It Take? He said, while driving through County Antrim in Northern Ireland, I noticed the remains of an old tree. It had obviously been dead for some time. All that remained was a stump, but what really caught my attention was the sight of a young sapling growing out of the dead center of the stump. It reminded me of the words of Jesus. Unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. So we thank God that in the midst of death there is life. And on a personal note, I thank God that in the midst of this community there is new life. That's the deal, man. This is not a one-man band. This is not a one-man show. This is where a seed has fallen into the ground and died, and you can come be a part of the many seeds, the harvest that's come out of it. That's all it takes, is just come join in. This has been one of the easiest places I've ever gone and preached. I told Dr. Willis last night, everybody came up and said that I'd done a good job, and I said I felt kind of funny about it because all I had to do last night was not kill it. Because really what's going on here is so special and so unique. You don't have to kill yourself to try to get something going. You just have to make sure and not kill it with what you do. So come on, come to New Life City Church and just find your part. Get in the mix, and anything can happen, and something good is bound to happen.